Big news coming out of Anfield. Hugo Ekitike has officially arrived at Liverpool, and yes, the medical is already done and dusted. In a move that's turning heads across the football world, the talented French striker has quietly completed the crucial steps toward finalising his transfer, bringing him one step closer to becoming the newest addition to Arne Slot's squad. And this might only be the tip of the iceberg. Stay locked in, because something big is brewing at Liverpool, and it's unfolding faster than anyone expected.
Hugo Ekitike to Liverpool. Here we go. Agreement done between Liverpool and Eintracht Frankfurt for the French striker, who is set to join the Reds on a 6-year contract. He only wanted Liverpool despite interest from several clubs, and now ready to complete all the formal steps.
For fans who perhaps don't follow the Bundesliga, Liverpool are incredibly strong. They've just won the Premier League, but maybe the one area they can strengthen is number 9 straight through the middle. Is that the position you see that's perfect for him in that Liverpool team?
Absolutely. Ekitike, he can also play on the wings, but for me, he's a real number 9 striker, and this is exactly what Liverpool is looking for.
Alexander Isak has now made his stance crystal clear. He wants to join Liverpool, and he's communicated that desire directly to Newcastle United. The Swedish striker has emerged as one of the Premier League's top attacking talents, dazzling fans with his pace, technical finesse, and clinical finishing. After a breakout season in which he netted 27 goals in all competitions, Isak's stock has soared across Europe. But for the 25-year-old, this isn't just about joining any elite club, it's about finally making the move he's dreamed of since he was a boy. Liverpool has always been the club closest to his heart, and now, with the Reds undergoing a bold transition under new manager Arne Slot, the timing feels perfect for him to take that leap. Sources close to the player say he is fully committed to making the move happen and has already begun mentally preparing for life at Anfield. He sees Liverpool as the perfect platform to compete for major trophies, return to Champions League football, and elevate his career to a world-class level. However, while the player's intentions are clear and serious, the road to Anfield has been anything but smooth. Behind the scenes, frustration is reportedly building. Newcastle have not facilitated the process with any urgency, instead choosing to drag their heels while holding firm on a massive £150 million valuation. The Magpies are aware of Liverpool's interest and of Isak's preference, yet they've resisted formal negotiations, reluctant to part ways with a player they see as central to their long-term ambitions. Despite this, the tone at St James Park has begun to shift. Sources suggest that while Newcastle still publicly insist he's not for sale, internally they're growing more open to the idea, knowing that keeping an unsettled player could pose long-term challenges. This internal pressure was only heightened when Isak missed a recent pre-season clash against Celtic, sparking further speculation that the transfer saga is now affecting squad harmony and preparation. For Liverpool, this is a golden opportunity, but also a complex one. The club is now weighing how to approach the situation, considering either a heavily structured offer with performance-based bonuses or potentially including players in a swap to soften the financial blow. But what's clear is this: Isak wants Liverpool, Liverpool want Isak, and now the only obstacle is Newcastle's resolve. Liverpool have officially opened talks with Real Madrid over the potential signing of Brazilian forward Rodrygo goes, as uncertainty continues to grow around the future of Luis Diaz at Anfield. The Reds are believed to have made informal contact with Rodrygo's representatives and are laying the groundwork for what could become a blockbuster summer transfer, but only if Diaz departs in the coming weeks. The Colombian winger is currently attracting serious interest from both Bayern Munich and Barcelona, and with his future hanging in the balance, Liverpool are wasting no time in identifying a replacement. Rodrygo, who is under contract at Real Madrid until 2028, has emerged as a top candidate due to his versatility, explosive pace, and ability to operate across the entire front line, qualities that perfectly align with Arne Slot's high-pressing, attacking philosophy. While Madrid are not actively pushing to sell the 23-year-old, they are reportedly open to offers in excess of €70 to €80 million, particularly as they look to streamline their forward line following the arrival of Kylian Mbappe and the rise of Endrick. Liverpool, on the other hand, view Rodrygo as a marquee signing who could fill the potential void left by Diaz without disrupting the tactical structure of the team. Sources close to the negotiations suggest the Brazilian is open to a Premier League switch, especially if guaranteed a regular starting role, something Liverpool could offer should Diaz depart. Despite the ongoing talks, the Merseyside club are not expected to submit a formal bid until Diaz's situation is resolved. The Colombian's agents are still locked in discussions with Bayern over personal terms, and Barcelona are monitoring the situation as well, waiting to see if they can strike a financially feasible deal. Rodrygo's name has now been elevated to the top tier of Liverpool's transfer shortlist. Behind the scenes, the club's recruitment team is working swiftly and quietly, determined to avoid the drawn-out sagas that have plagued past windows. However, time is a factor. As pre-season ramps up and the Premier League opener draws closer, Liverpool know they must act decisively if they are to beat rival clubs like Arsenal and Bayern, who are also keeping a close eye on Rodrygo's status. In a stunning and unexpected turn of events, Federico Chiesa could be on his way out of Liverpool less than a year after his high-profile arrival from Juventus. The Italian winger was brought in during the summer of 2024 in what was considered one of the bargain signings of the window, costing the club just £12.5 million. Expectations were high that Chiesa, a proven international with explosive pace, flair, and big-game experience, would become a vital part of Liverpool's attacking setup under the club's new era. However, things have not gone according to plan. Since his arrival, Chiesa has found playing time hard to come by, making only a handful of appearances and accumulating just over 160 minutes across all competitions. The situation took an even more dramatic twist recently when Chiesa was excluded from Liverpool's 29-man preseason squad travelling to Asia, sparking intense speculation about his immediate future at the club. Sources close to the player have confirmed that Chiesa was not injured and was fully prepared to join the tour, only to be informed late that he would not be included. That decision has sent a clear message: he is no longer considered part of the club's core squad going forward. While Liverpool have not issued an official statement, insiders suggest that the club has already begun listening to inquiries from interested European sides, including Napoli, Atletico Madrid, AC Milan, and even Roma, all of whom are eager to revive Chiesa's career. What makes the situation all the more shocking is that Liverpool had initially planned for Chiesa to play a key rotational role, especially as the club dealt with the potential departure of Luis Diaz and continued transition under Arne Slot. Yet it now appears that Chiesa has failed to convince the coaching staff, and Liverpool are seriously considering letting him leave. Either on loan with an option to buy, or in a permanent deal if their valuation of around £20 to £25 million is met. For Chiesa, the lack of consistent playing time has not only impacted his club trajectory but also put his international standing at risk, especially with Italy preparing for major tournaments next year. He is reportedly eager to move somewhere he can play regular first-team football, and is now open to a swift exit from Anfield if the right opportunity arises. Liverpool have officially opened talks with Crystal Palace regarding the potential signing of England international centre-back Mark Guéhi, in what could become a key addition to Arne Slot's defensive setup this summer. With the Reds looking to reinforce their back line ahead of the 2025-26 campaign, Guéhi has emerged as one of their top targets due to his consistent Premier League form, ball-playing ability, and growing leadership presence. The 24-year-old has been a standout performer at Selhurst Park and is now seen as ready to make the leap to a club competing in Europe. While Palace would prefer to keep him, Guéhi's contract enters its final year, and the club is increasingly open to a sale if he pushes for the move. Liverpool view him as both a long-term heir to Virgil van Dijk and a player who could immediately compete for a starting role, particularly given concerns around Ibrahima Konaté's reliability. Negotiations are progressing, though carefully. Palace are said to value Guéhi between £60 to £70 million, while Liverpool are targeting a deal closer to £45 to £50 million including add-ons. The Reds are seeking a structured agreement, using Guéhi's contract status as leverage. Palace must now weigh the benefits of cashing in versus the risk of losing him for less next summer. Guéhi is reportedly open to the move, intrigued by the opportunity to play under Slot and compete in Europe. His growing international pedigree with England also makes this an ideal moment to step up. Liverpool have already engaged with Guéhi's representatives over personal terms, which are not expected to pose a problem. Slot sees the defender as an ideal fit for his high-tempo, possession-based system. With Jarell Quansah sold and Joe Gomez often covering multiple roles, Guéhi would add vital depth and stability at centre-back. Though no agreement is yet in place, Liverpool are expected to accelerate talks in the days ahead. If Crystal Palace soften their valuation, this could soon become one of Liverpool's most significant defensive moves of the transfer window, a signing that aligns with both short-term needs and long-term strategy.